So today we're just going to be talking about like makeup trends which I wish would end at least in 2020. So it's going to be like really chit chatty today. So make sure you grab some popcorn or you get something which you really like to eat because it's going to be a little long, I guess. So you just do what rocks your boat. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to get offended for this. So yeah, according to me, the number one thing which has to end in 2020 is going to be the shot glass trick. Oh my god, I cannot even get started with this. So basically, there's a big trend where people take a shot glass and they just like place it on their mouth and they start sucking. And there are a lot of things which are going on, like people take red chilies or jalapenos and start like rubbing it on their lips, chili sauce, or you name it, everything's going on. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth the pain and it's worth what exactly happens. So there are a million ways to get the same effect with makeup, or if you're like really into it, you can just go in for lip fillers. But I don't think like taking a shot glass and like sucking your lips in is a good thing to do. So okay, so I've been sucking on this thing for like the past 5 minutes. Do you think it made a difference? I don't think so. I just think it created like a rim around my mouth, which makes me look like a bear. So no. Nope, there is no difference. I would just say like go about with something like lip liner. Oh, the second thing which has to get out at least this year is gonna be the bleach hair trick. Oh my god, like I mean, I get it that pastel colors are all in the season, but okay, so basically, if you're blonde, I think that would like work really well on you because your hair is already light and you don't have any melanin in it. So when you're adding color, it will look really good if you have blonde hair. But for people who have like darker hair, like brunettes or like blackheads or I don't know, or a redhead. So you basically have to like pre-lighten your hair. Basically, that's done with something called as bleach. And oh my god, like pre-lightening your hair a million times, especially taking it up so many levels, is gonna screw up your hair, like literally. It's just the worst thing to do, and it looks good. I'm not denying it though, but maybe you can try on a wig if you're like really into the trend. So if you want your hair for a very long time, I think it's best to stay out from pre-lighteners. Okay, so number three is gonna be something which has been there for centuries, and I don't think it's gonna change anytime soon. So it's basically caking on makeup. Oh god. So when it comes to like caking on makeup, people just go about with like layers and layers and layers of makeup. Like who needs so many layers? If you like really want to go in for a full on glam and a full coverage look, go in with a full coverage foundation. Like you don't have to sit and like slap on like layers and layers of makeup, and you're just gonna look cakey, and that's just not a cute look. So I just don't see why would someone want to have like so many layers of foundation, and that too sometimes it's the wrong shade and it's just like, oh my god, like I can't even tell you. So it's basically just a nightmare. Okay, so this one was started off by the Kardashian clan, and years before, like Kim was just wearing a really, really, really light colored concealer under her eyes and just to like highlight the rest of her face. But you don't need that much light at the middle of your face, especially for people who have like enlarged pores or acne, especially in your like T-zone. So it's just gonna bring in more focus to that area, and trust me, it's gonna look gray. It's gonna look gray, ashy, and disgusting, and it's gonna look pale, and you're just gonna look like crap. I mean, why would someone want that? So basically, it is a good technique, and I'm not gonna like criticize the technique, but it's just being taken too ahead, and people are just walking around looking like a disco ball. I mean, there's this light in the middle of their face, and it's just not blended. It just doesn't look good. I mean, yeah. I mean, I just. So I'm gonna be using the concealer right across here. So yeah, we gotta go about like full wham with the concealer. So I don't think I'm gonna be blending my concealer a lot. So I'm just gonna use a brush and blend it out in the sides. So I'm like super excited for the next one, which is gonna be Instagram brows. Oh my god, like the different types of eyebrows which I see on Instagram nowadays, it's phenomenal. Like, so basically this is me with my eyebrows like fully done, but this is not overdone. Like it just looks like someone took an eyeliner and they just went right across your eyebrows. And yeah, I mean, I get it. It was a big trend on the runway fashion, and Cara Delevingne, she nailed it. Yes, but that's because she's born with that. Like, she's born with that type of an eyebrow, which frames her face beautifully. And you just make it look like as if you're growing a bush. Like, you don't need that. And then you have trends like the sperm eyebrows and the squiggly brows. And I'm gonna insert like certain pictures of like sperm eyebrows and squiggly eyebrows, and because I'm not gonna be doing that on my face. You just wanna make your eyebrows look like so beautiful. I'll tell you the best product to do that. Just go about directly with a kajal or a kohl pencil. So you just take this and you draw one line here and you draw one line here. And it's like super important to make sure that your eyebrows are like super long and super arched up. And you know, you've got to make sure that there are no gaps in the front also. It's got to look like fully defined. Only then you're going to look cute and awesome. So I'm just going to go about with that. And I look like this really cute cartoon character whose name I can't remember right now, but so the next one is something just super famous on Instagram. I've seen people like contouring their face with like shoes, spoons, paper, anything, any palettes, any sharp objects, forks. So all you need to do is just like grab yourself a couple of contouring brushes and you're done with contouring. You can also use your fingers. You know, fingers are a great tool, but you don't have to go about with all the household items which you see and you just use it on your face, and it's just not safe. I mean, like imagine like waking up in the morning and getting ready for work and you're gonna take a spoon or a shoe for contouring your face. Is it really worth it? I don't think so. People are contouring their nose like so close it looks like as if they have no nostrils, and they just look like they can't breathe. Like they're like, I mean, that is just not normal. Like, why do you want to go for something so extreme? Like, you can just go about with something which is normal. Like, all you have to do is just define your nose. That's the whole point of contouring. So I basically got some like really cool tools to like contour my face. Don't I look angry with these eyebrows? Okay, so I want you to take some contour powder and make sure you like really like dig into it. You know, like if you need a lot of product to contour your face and so you look like super chiseled. Now you take your spoon and you place your spoon here like this. So you get like the coolest cheekbones in the world. And then you contour your face here. So I think that's too less. I'm just gonna take some more and I'm gonna add it for that like super like Ariana Grande chiseled makeup look. So now let's just go about and contour my jawline also. I'm going to keep things like super natural today, so I don't want to blend my contour. So now let's quickly move on to nose contouring. For this, I'm going to use my second tool of the day, which is going to be this one. So make sure you grab a lot of products because you need your nose to look like as if like you've got no nostrils. So I'm just going to like shove it through it. And yeah, that's exactly what we need. And we're not going to blend it out so our nose looks like super cinched. Okay, so I've lost count and the next one is going to be for freckles. Oh my god, like, so basically I'm trying to talk about this and people are just walking around looking like they have bugs on their face. I mean, for freckles are cute, like, don't get me wrong, I don't think anyone should cover their freckles. To the extent which people go in for like getting for freckles, you just take a liner and they start like pressing it all over their face and it starts looking like you have bugs on your face. Okay, I don't have any words to describe that. The way people look like you look like as if you have a million warts on your face. I don't know why would anyone want that first of all. Like if you don't have freckles, just accept the fact you don't have it, or at least know how to do it right. Or you can like Google tutorials on how to do it right, or I'll tell you how to do it right. Okay, so quickly we're just gonna be adding some fake freckles because we need to look like super cute. And yeah, so this is like the huge Kylie Jenner trend and she woke up with like freckles and even I need those. So I'm just gonna make like a couple of these natural looking freckles right across my cheeks, and then are they even seen? Let me check them. Okay, so that's perfect. I'm gonna be adding a lot more just to like, you know, look really saturated. And don't forget your nose, like right across the bridge of your nose and on the other side. Okay, so I look super cute, like probably like a leopard or a tribal right now. So the next one is awesome and it's still something which everyone is doing. I do it too, but I do it in a certain way that it doesn't look too like it's there, like it's out there, which is the nose highlighter. I would say that I have a piggy nose, and at that point of time, if I just start like adding more highlighter to the tip of my nose, I am just gonna like draw more attention to my nose, and which is something I don't want anyways. If you're doing it, make sure you use less of highlighter just to like just add the center of it, like you know, just a little center, so just makes it look like, so just makes it look like your nose is, you know, a little like lifted and a little narrower. But people just go like full on, like they just take highlighter and just, I don't think it's helping you at all. Like that is just something which is awful. So this is like one of the most awful trends, and it's so, this has even been there on like red carpet looks, like the nose highlighter and the, you know, the under eyebrow highlighter. Oh, that is just terrible. It just looks like, you know, car headlights on your face, and it's like bam on your face, and it just looks like a disco ball. I mean, a little of it is beautiful. Like, you know, like when you like turn, it draws like, it just draws attention to your eyebrows, and it just like makes your eyebrow look more like arch, and that's a good thing. But so for the next part of the tutorial, I'm going to be showing you some of nose highlighters, and you go about with it like this. Make sure you go about with like a lot more product so that you look like you have a really cute nose going on, because we've already contoured the sides of our nose, and this would make my nose look super cute and super thin. Okay, brilliant. So let's not blend it out and let it be just like that. I think I might add a little more. So adding like a million layers of it just looks terrible. So the next thing is something which is like one of my most favorite things to do. And so you all know that I'm an oily skin girl, and this is like the best thing for anyone who has oily skin, which is baking. I mean, baking is bloody brilliant, but the catch is you don't have to bake your entire face, and you don't have to leave it on for like, I don't know, like hours and hours. You just have to like leave it on for probably a minute or two, and maximum of 5 minutes, and that's more than enough. So basically baking is when you have like excess powder which has been applied to your face, so that like, you know, all the cream or the liquid products which are underneath would like set completely, and so that they don't budge and move all day. Something like Anabon and Fevikwik, it just doesn't move at all. Like, so baking is awesome, but one thing which people are doing is they're baking literally everything. They're baking places where you don't need it at all. Like for example, your jawline. You don't need to bake your jawline. You don't have to bake your forehead. You don't need to bake such areas, because there are no oil glands in those regions. The only place where your oil glands are like around your nose, T-zone, and that's it. Yeah, you just have to bake that region, and you don't apply concealer anywhere else also. And like people are like using baking for like sharpening their contour, and oh, you don't need to have a very sharp jawline, and that's just gonna make you look weird. You're gonna look like you're alien. Like you don't want to look like you just look like you fell into a box of flour. And how do people pronounce flour? Is it flour or flour? So yeah, just don't do that. Like don't. You're just gonna look powdery and cakey and like super matte, that it looks like there's no hydration and you have no life. I'm gonna be like baking under my jawline for an ultimately awesome contour. Like, can't you see it makes my jawline look so cool and defined? So I think I need a little more here. So I'm gonna be like adding some more. Okay, so the last one I'm going to be talking about is something which I am guilty of doing, and it's something which I think a lot of us are guilty of doing, and I think it's something which we've all gone through the path to find a nude lipstick, and which is basically concealer lips. And like, ew, it's just like, ew, it's just like, it doesn't look good, it doesn't define your lips. They do look good for something like an editorial look, or you know, something like a photo shoot, but they just look terrible. Like, oh god, like don't even get me started on this. Like, why do people want to look like that? Like, you just look like you have no life in you, and you look like you're sick. It basically makes you look like you're sick. They just apply lip gloss like all over their mouth, like, you know, the entire like the circumference, and that looks like you're a 5-year-old who's like drooling, and there's like saliva all over your lips, and like, you just look like a dog. Like, why would you want that? Like, you just go about with little lip gloss. Like, people are like just layering on like lip gloss, makeup, like everything is like, you know, in like high amounts nowadays. Like, just go about with a very, very, very fine layer just about the, you know, the center part of it, and just blend it out with your finger or with a brush, and that would just look brilliant on you. So I'm going to be using this lipstick here for, you know, a super nude flattery look. Make sure you define your lip line nicely. I look like a potato. Okay, so that wraps up our video, and so there's no need for anyone to get offended over this content. And if you really like to do certain things, do it. Like, if it makes you happy, well and good. Like, if it rocks your boat, cool. I have no problems with it. And I don't think anyone should have a problem with it also, because it's your face, it's your life, your money, and it's something which you like to do and you're doing it, and that's totally fine. So rock the world. And so do comment below on like trends which kind of like made you cringe throughout the entire of 2019, or things which are actually going on even now. And so I'll catch up with you guys soon, and until next time, bye.